Let me tell you a secret. In this war, none of the three sides want to win. If they did, it would have ended by now. Eschatological actionism, not passively waiting for the apocalypse, actively triggering it. And this war is built entirely on that foundation. 2026. Iran is waiting for the Mahdi. Israel is waiting for the Messiah. The U.S. Secretary of Defense is running prayer meetings inside the Pentagon, all at the same time, in the same geography. You can call this geopolitics, you can call it oil, you can call it a balance of power. But when you look at what all three sides are saying in their own words, the picture looks very different. Let's start with Iran. September 2024, 5 months before the war. IRGC Commander Hossein Salami gathered his entire force at the Jamkaran Mosque and renewed their oath of allegiance to the 12th Imam, the Mahdi. This was not a symbolic ceremony. This was a job description. In Shia belief, the 12th Imam, the Mahdi, disappeared in 874 CE. He wasn't killed. He was concealed. He is still alive. He will return. And when he does, he will bring justice to the world. For centuries, this belief was silent, a quiet waiting. Until 1979, Khamenei changed one thing. The 12th Imam is waiting for us to prepare the ground. Waiting is not enough. You have to fight. Iran's new supreme leader today is Mojtaba Khamenei. The title given to him inside the IRGC, Al-Khorasani. Who is Al-Khorasani in Shia prophetic literature? A leader who will emerge from eastern Iran, from Khorasan, carry black banners, defeat the enemies of Islam, and hand power directly to the Mahdi. Mojtaba Khamenei was born in Khorasan. So was his father. When the IRGC gave him this title, they weren't using a metaphor. They were assigning him a role in a prophetic script. In this framework, every missile, every strike, every casualty is not a tragedy. It is a necessary step on the path to the Mahdi.
Now let's move to the other side. Texas, 2024. 5 red heifers were selected on a farm, flown to Israel on a private aircraft. Their classification on customs documents? Pets. Why does this matter? In Jewish prophetic belief, the Messiah cannot come until the third temple is built. The temple cannot be built until a red heifer is sacrificed. In 2,000 years, only 9 have ever been found. And the people financing this? Not Jews, American evangelical Christians. Why? Because their prophecy also requires the same temple. But what comes after is very different. We'll get to that. July 1st, 2025. An isolated hilltop in northern Israel, 6 p.m. A rabbi leads the ceremony. A red heifer burns on a wood fire. The footage spreads worldwide. This was not the real ceremony. This was the rehearsal. The actual ceremony must take place on the Mount of Olives, directly across from Al-Aqsa Mosque. One note: when Hamas leaders listed the justifications for the October 7th attack, they directly cited these 5 red heifers. They stated that Palestinians were alarmed by Jewish attempts to build the third temple, which is why the attack was named Al-Aqsa Flood. 5 cows on a Texas farm, cited as justification for the deadliest attack in Israeli history. Last week, a rabbi announced in a lecture video, Rosh Chodesh Nisan, this Thursday, the Messiah will come. Thursday came. The Messiah didn't. That day, Iran struck Qatar's LNG complex. Brent crude hit $119. Rabbi Mendel Kesson drew a wider framework.
The Hebrew calendar value of this year, 5786, corresponds to the exact numerical value of Yavo Mashiach, which means the Messiah is coming. The third temple will be built this year. And this detail, the Hebrew gematria value of Khamenei's name equals the phrase Zehu Haman. This is Haman. Who is Haman? The vizier of the Persian Empire, today's Iran, who sought to annihilate every Jewish person, the greatest enemy in Jewish tradition. He was executed. The Purim holiday celebrates that victory. The date Khamenei was killed, February 28, 2026. Purim 2026, March 13th to 14th. The gap, 2 weeks. Rabbi Kessin said, God is repeating history. In this framework, striking Iran is not a geopolitical decision. It is completing the final page of a 2,500-year-old prophetic text.
Now let's come to the third side. Look at the body of U.S. Secretary of Defense Pete Hegseth. On his chest, the coat of arms of the Crusader Kingdom of Jerusalem from 1099, the symbol of the Crusades. On his arm, Deus Vult, Latin, God wills it, the battle cry of the Crusaders against Muslims. Directly below it, a word in Arabic, kafir. In Islamic belief, this word has a very specific place. The Dajjal, Islam's Antichrist figure, who will arrive before the Day of Judgment, will have this word written on his forehead, and only true Muslims will be able to see it. The man commanding the most powerful military on earth carries the mark of Islam's apocalyptic figure on his body. Deliberately or unknowingly? Both possibilities are equally unsettling. Over 200 active duty service members from every branch filed complaints with the Military Religious Freedom Foundation. Every allegation said the same thing. Our commanders told us, this war is part of God's plan. Trump has been anointed by Jesus to light the signal fire in Iran and trigger Armageddon. 25 members of Congress requested an investigation. The Pentagon did not respond. Marco Rubio accused Iran. They are making decisions based on an apocalyptic theology, he said. On the same day he said that, evangelical pastors were laying hands on Trump and praying over him in the Oval Office. Now let's come to the point where all three beliefs intersect. The Temple Mount, Jerusalem, 35 acres. Jewish belief, the third temple will be built here. The Messiah will reign from here. Shia belief, when the Mahdi returns, he will pray here. Evangelical belief, the Great Tribulation will begin here. Jesus will descend here. Three prophecies, the same 35 acres, all three active at the same time. Since March 2nd, the gates of Al-Aqsa Mosque have been locked. Israeli police are not letting anyone in. Iranian missiles are landing in the Jerusalem area. The most contested piece of land in human history is now sitting in the middle of an active war zone. All three sides are willing to lose, because all three sides believe that losing is actually just the beginning. The missiles are real. The dead are real. The burning facilities are real. The people making these decisions are real. But those people believe that texts written thousands of years ago have assigned them a role. And at that point, deterrence doesn't work. Negotiation doesn't work. Cost-benefit analysis doesn't work. The apocalypse didn't come. The war did. Again. Which of these three belief systems do you think actually wants this war to stop?